Here we are cooking with the Victor and myself, and at Christmas time, most people, especially in Australia or England, have a trifle for Christmas. But unfortunately, the younger generation, which is him and all of you watching, make trifles incorrectly because you will pre-make all the different ingredients and you cube it up and throw it on top of each other, and that's wrong, Victor. That is wrong. So I'm going to teach you and him the traditional, the correct way to make the perfect English trifle, and hopefully you will make one for Christmas Day and you'll love it and you'll pass it on through generations and generations and generations. Have you had a trifle before?
No.
Do you know what a trifle is?
No.
No, excellent. Good. All right, so this is going to take 2 days to make the trifle. It's very easy to make, but it does take 2 days. And these are the ingredients we have down here, which is sponge cake, custard powder. We've got jelly, port wine jelly, hundreds and thousands. There's cream in the fridge, which you don't get to see. And we have some sherry. Sherry! Sherry, baby! Anyway, Victor's never tried sherry before. He said, is this a wine? No, it's not a wine, it's a sherry. So to start with, we need to let Victor have a little taste of the sherry. Don't drink it yet, let me get some. There we go. Chin chin, Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Here we go. Straight down, straight down. Ready? One mouthful, go.
Does taste like wine.
Sweet. It's very sweet, isn't it? Okay, so to make the trifle, to start with, there is 2 things we need to do. Now, which one am I going to give you to do, Victor? I think what I'm going to give you is the cake. I made this cake earlier and pre-packaged it in the package you see here. Now, I need you to open this cake. I need you to cube it.
Cube it.
So get a knife and cut it in cubes. Okay, so cut it in cubes and put the cubes on that plate there. So while you do that, I'm going to make the port wine jelly. Excellent. I like port wine jelly powder. Oh my god, I love the powder of jelly. It is so good. So in a mixing bowl, we put the jelly powder stuff. We move away the rubbish. We give Victor a knife. Over there, use one of these big knives. There we go. Now our jelly mix, we need 550 mils of water. It doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as they're cubes. Okay, so maybe half of that again type thing. And 550 mils, we're going to do 500 mils of hot water to melt the jelly.
What about this size?
Oh, actually, give me a second. You know what I forgot to do?
This size?
Yeah, that size, whichever. As long as they're cubes. Okay, so 550 mils, that's 500. Now there is a reason why we're only putting in 500 to start with. That's because this is the boiling water. And we don't want it to be this hot when we do with it what we need to do. Very easy to make jelly. Sensational.
Does it become jelly?
It does become jelly. Have you not made jelly before?
No.
That's all jelly is. It's that simple. All right, now we need the trifle bowl purchased today from Kmart at great expense. And as Victor is learning to make this trifle, I think it's only fair that he gets to do this. Okay, so to start with, we are simply putting the sponge cake in the bowl. Yes. So like throw it, don't throw it all in at once. Do it nice for the camera. Do like, you know what I mean? Like do it nice for the camera.
It's broken.
It doesn't matter if it's broken, that's okay. It's going to break up even more, so that's okay. Make sure it's covering the bottom properly.
Covering
So
the
spread
bottom.
out kind of even in your bowl.
It's all broken.
Doesn't matter if it's broke. It's going to break up a lot more by the time we finish with it. Now here's where everybody makes the mistake. They do layers. So they do the layer of the sponge cake. Then they'll preset their jelly and they'll cut it in cubes, and then they'll put a layer of jelly on top, and then they'll get the custard, put a layer of it's all wrong. There is a way to do this. Put in all those goodness and all those crumbs. Here comes the fun bit. The alcohol. The sherry. The sherry baby. How much alcohol should we have? You tell me when to stop, all right?
Okay.
You tell me when to stop. Okay, so here we go.
Stop.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Stop.
Stop.
Do you think that's good?
Yeah.
That's good. Let's give it a little... Don't really need to give it a little mix because it's soaking into all that sponge. I like alcohol. It's... Mum made this one Christmas. Everybody got drunk from the trifle. It was wonderful. All right, so we've got the sponge cake with the booze in it. The Royal Reserve medium dry sherry. It doesn't matter what sherry you get. This has a little bit of sweetness to it. The whole trifle is going to have a lot of sweetness to it. Then we get our port wine jelly, which is potentially a little bit hot. And I want you to pour the port wine jelly over the sponge.
Now?
Now, without burning yourself because it's hot.
It's
Okay, so pour it all over
evenly.
evenly. And this is the trick to a perfect, correct trifle. All of it in. Excellent. Now you might go, oh, but hang on, all the jelly is at the bottom of the bowl and there's sponge cake at the top of the bowl, and how is the jelly going to go from the bottom of the bowl to the top of the bowl? And that is, we are leaving this overnight. We're covering it with Glad wrap and putting it in the fridge. So overnight, magic will happen. That sponge cake will break down, it'll turn into a single layer, it will be alcoholic, it will be jelly-ish, it'll be so good. And then tomorrow, we're going to come back and then we're going to finish assembling our trifle with custard. You like custard? Whipped cream, you like whipped cream? And hundreds of thousands, and then we are going to eat it. So we'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Victor.
See you tomorrow.
It is day 2 of our trifle making, and the Victor is going to entertain the Bella as I make part 2 of the trifle. Now, I've never made custard before, but that is our next step for the trifle. I dare say it's not going to be very hard. I can't picture it going to be rocket science. Normally I would use a pour-on custard for things that I make. However, for the trifle you need a thicker custard, so therefore we're going to make it. If you don't want to make it and you want to use the pour-on custard, just mix a little bit of corn flour in with it. This is what our trifle looks like at the moment. You can see that the sponge cake is looking very different, he says. Normally you would add more sponge cake. You would fill the bowl with sponge and put in more jelly and more alcohol, etc. But as it's only Victor and myself, of course, we're going to be the only ones eating it, and we do want to eat it before it goes off. So that's what our trifle is like. Custard time. Okay, as mentioned, I've never made custard before, so we'll see how we go. It says 2 tablespoons of custard powder. I'm doing heap spoons because I actually want it thicker, and I'm pretty sure it won't matter if I do too much. Then we do 1 of sugar, 1 spoon of sugar, and we need 2 cups of milk, but we've got to add it gradually. So as I only have ½ a cup in a measure, we're going to add 4 of these over the course of Well, a little bit. Half. I'm most probably doing this very wrong, but if it doesn't work out, it'll be cut out of the edit. It's 1 cup of custard. Now we've got to let the custard cool down, not fully, otherwise it's going to like get too set, but it needs to be a lot cooler than what it is. We're then going to pour it on top of the trifle, then we're going to stick it in the fridge to set before we put the cream on and finish off the trifle. So that is our sponge from last night. Appetizing. And as Victor is learning how to make this classic English dessert, it's only fair that he does every single step. Now, to be fair, I made the custard, but if he was making this, he wouldn't make the custard, he would buy the custard. But we're just going to put custard on there now.
Oh, you made it.
So this is your job, okay? Without pushing it down, because we don't want to compress it. But all you have to do is I want you to put a nice even layer of custard, all of that custard, over the top, a nice even layer. Easy! And you can use that as well if you want. And yummy. Do you like custard?
Yes, I do.
Do you eat custard in Korea?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Do you buy the custard or do you make it?
Actually, I haven't had custard cream in Korea. I just had custard taste snack or something.
Like in a cookie or something? So it's like
Yeah,
more like an icing rather than a liquid.
So we have a classic Korean snack that has custard taste.
Yes.
It's like Tim Tam.
Yeah.
Not a cookie. It's not.
No, but yeah.
I mean, it's a classic like that.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
So we can shape it, so that's okay. It's just we don't want to push too hard, so we're just making it look nice-ish. Oh, look at that custard goodness. See, because you're doing this, because you're doing these steps, you can tell everybody that you made this. You can Instagram it.
Instagram.
On his Instagram page, which I never knew he had.
Yeah, but I don't.
He doesn't post on his Instagram. No, he's just got an Instagram. How many people do you have on your Instagram?
100.
100, and you don't post.
I don't post.
Do
I just use it to let people know I'm alive. So like once every couple of months.
Once every couple of months. Hi, I'm still alive. Right. There you go. That's step number 2. That's the custard. That was easy. Now we stick it back in the fridge to let that custard get nice and cool. And then we're going to come back. He's going out for dinner. So when he comes back after dinner, what time are you going to dinner?
6:30.
What's the time now?
5:10.
So when he comes back after dinner, we will then get him to do the final step, which is simple. It's putting cream on the top, hundreds of thousands on the top. Then we're going to eat it tonight.
Looks nice.
Looks nice. Looks very alcoholic. Thank you, Victor. We'll see you again in a couple of hours. He's back. He's had dinner. What did you have? You had
Filipino skewers.
Filipino skewers. Let me guess. Chicken?
No, pork.
Pork. Excellent. Hello to all of our Malaysian friends out there today. Because they don't eat pork. All right. Your job is, Victor is now going to beat some cream, some double cream. Okay, so That's your job. You gotta beat the cream. While you beat the cream, I'm gonna make a cup of tea because we're not far from finishing the trifle.
Beat it.
Ah,
What?
coriander.
Ooh,
There's coriander in the cream.
you put out poison.
I'm gonna poison him.
You almost poisoned me. Wait, let me guess. Okay.
Get ready for it to go everywhere. Go on.
Oh, stick.
Beautiful. Victor, you did an excellent job. You did. But your work is not over yet, young man, because again, Victor is learning how to make this. He didn't say he wanted to learn how to make it. I just said that he is going to learn to make it. Good English dessert, because he's going to England, see? So you'll be able to make it for everybody. You need to put cream, a layer of cream,
Layer of cream.
on the trifle. Yes. As he sticks it up his nose. Now you may not need all the cream because there's a lot of cream there, but we'll see. Yes, that's a good thickness. That's a good thickness. He's like a painter, a carpenter, a sculptor is young Victor. The way he manages to do that so beautifully.
Yes. Nice.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Good. And then we clean the bowl. Look at this, Victor. Look at this! Can it get any better? Yes, it can, because now... Oh my God, look at that, everybody. That is sensational. But... there you go. Hundreds and thousands all over the top.
Hundreds
Not
and
too
thousands.
many, but not too little. Like give it a, you know, make it look like that. That's it. Oh my God, perfect. Beautiful. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we have a bag of hundreds and thousands going in the cupboard to start with. That is a good English trifle. I don't know which camera to use. Oh my God, I'm so excited. The layers there, you could see the cake, the custard cream, and hundreds and thousands. Oh my God, Victor, this is so exciting. So exciting, so exciting. We have a prepared cup of tea, because you need to have tea with your trifle.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now, I don't want you to be stingy. I don't want you just to get a little bit like you do. This is Christmas.
Yes.
This is trifle. This is Christmas. You've got to dig the spoon in. You've got to get some of the cake in here, and you've got to get some of the custard in here, and you've got to get some of the cream in here, okay? So I want you to serve yourself up. Serve yourself up some trifle.
Now, like this.
Get a big heap.
Ah. Oh, it's jelly.
It is jelly, but you need more. You need more than that.
It's enough to taste.
No, you need more. It's Christmas. You need to get the flavour. You need at least another spoon's worth, if not more.
Wow.
that, everybody. You gonna have more?
It's
All right.
let me try
Can
it.
I have the spoon? He's like forgetting entirely about me. It's like, yeah, there you go. I've got mine.
Whoa, that's a big chunk.
Now the next day, this is even better because the alcohol
Next day,
tomorrow really gets in with the cream and gets sensational. Okay, to start with, let's smell it to start with. There it is. There.
It smells sweet and alcoholic.
Sweet and alcoholic. All right, you get a bit of custard, bit of cream, bit of cake.
Nice, huh? Nice.
Try it all together.
Nice.
Bit of everything. Cake, custard. Cake, custard, cream.
It's very alcoholic.
Very alcoholic. Yes, it is. That's why this is Christmas in a bowl, everybody. If you have your relatives and your friends come over, and they're only relatives and friends at Christmas, you know, you don't really like them, but at Christmas Day you sort of go, hey, I'll be your friend. Give them one of these, mate, the party started. By the time you've gone through one of these, you're all friends. And this fixes any family problems, this trifle. So what do you think? Have you tasted anything like it before?
So this alcohol part is a little bit similar to the Korean alcohol rice cake. But yeah, it's more sweet, I think.
But do you like how the sponge cake is different now because it's soaked in the jelly and it's soaked in the alcohol? It's got a different consistency about it. It's like you are eating alcohol. Instead of drinking alcohol, it's like you're eating alcohol. And then the custard sort of like helps you digest the alcohol, like it takes away that sharpness of the alcohol. The cream gives you a little bit of moisture to it all. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Cheers, Victor.
Cheers.
Merry Trifle Christmas to you.
You too.
Most importantly, this is a traditional English recipe. People don't make it like this anymore because people are lazy. Out of 10, what would you give it out of 10?
Out of 10. What is your score about your cooking?
Well, I can tell you, whatever you score it today, tomorrow, when you have more, you will score it higher.
Higher.
And then the next day, you'll score it higher. Because we've eaten it fresh out of the bowl. I know we soaked the cake overnight, but as you leave this, the flavors infuse and they come up through the cream and the hundreds and thousands start to colorize the cream. Like the trifle becomes better as it gets older. So I score it because I made it. Well, you made it. I scored a 10.
10. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 because this is my childhood, man.
So is trifle usually is trifle usually less alcoholic or more alcoholic?
It depends really. When we used to make it, when Mum used to make it when we were little, she'd have an alcoholic one and she'd have a non-alcoholic one. But the non-alcoholic one just tastes like cake and custard and cream. So the alcohol actually makes it and the jelly. Mum actually puts in more alcohol than what I put in. So it would be stronger. It's just I knew because you were going to eat it, I cut back on the alcohol. But Mum's basically, you could eat a spoon of it and you'd be drunk. It was whoa, Mum's was brilliant. I remember, you know, like people would come over the next day after Christmas. And they would come over literally to get drunk on Mum's trifle. And be like, you got any trifle left? It's like, there you go, yeah, in the fridge, you know. They didn't want tins of alcohol or anything, they just wanted trifle. So, yes. So, your score?
7.5.
7.5. I'm happy with that. Because I know tomorrow, you got to have some tomorrow. You don't need to be on camera, but you'll try tomorrow. If it's 7.5 today, it'll be 8.5 tomorrow. Trust me. Anyway, that was Victor making the traditional English trifle. I hope you all make one for Christmas and you don't make trifle ever again like you used to by cutting up the jelly and all that sort of crap. This is the traditional, real way. We've passed it on to the generations. I've passed it on to Victor, who's now going to take it to Europe. That's the only reason why he's going to Europe. He's taking the traditional recipe over to Europe to reteach the generations on classic English fare. It is now time to go back to the studio, which is also in the same room, go figure, but it'll look a bit different, because we have something coming up for this man.
For me? What is that?
I can't tell you, you have to wait. Yes, interesting. Thank you, Victor.